Hi everyone, this is Bipin Kumar, founder of OnPay Tutorials. Welcome to my channel. In continuation with the discussion which we had about inequality in triangles, let us take another example. Let's look at this problem. The problem statement is, in the given figure, PT, this line PT, bisects the angle P. So this angle is equal to this angle because it bisects the angle P. Now the task is to arrange PQ, QT and TR in descending order of their lengths. Okay. Whatever will be the larger will be put first. Next the smaller than that, and the last will be the smallest. That we have to put in the descending order. So let's look at how we solve this problem. Just as a recap, we know that if in a given triangle, if two angles are equal, then it is isosceles triangle and corresponding sides are also equal. And if one angle is greater than another angle, then the opposite sides are, so the greater angle will have greater opposite side compared to the side which is opposite to the smaller angle. So we will use the concept of equality of angles and sides and inequality of angles and sides in arranging these three sides PQ, QT and TR in descending order. Now we know that if we just focus on triangle PQR, we know that angle P will be equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree plus 40 degree, because the sum of these three angles will be equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle P will be 180 minus 60 plus 40 in bracket, and therefore angle P becomes 80 degree. So if this total angle is 80 degree, and because PT bisects this angle, so therefore this angle will be 40 degree and this angle also will be equal to 40 degree. Okay. Now let's look at triangle PQT. So in triangle PQT, again we will use the concept that sum of these three angles will be 180 degree because these three angles are part of the same triangle. Therefore, angle PTQ will be equal to 180 minus 60 plus 40, which is again equal to 80 degree. So this angle also will be equal to 80 degree. You can prove this from that concept also, that this is an exterior angle, and if you focus on this PRT, then these two are interior angles. So sum of this and this will be equal to 80 degree. So either way it can be proved. Now because this is 80 degree, now if we just focus on, because we identified all the angles, and from that context you can say that this will be equal to 100 degree because sum of that will be 180 degree. Okay. Now let's look at triangle PQT. If you just focus on PQT, then because we have to find out PQ, QT and TR, the relationship between them, right? So in PQT, angle PTQ is greater than angle TPQ. because your PTQ is 80 degree. This is 80 degree. And your angle TPQ is only 40 degree. So therefore this angle is greater than this angle. So opposite to this, whatever side is PQ, that will be greater than QT, because QT is opposite to this angle, right? Now let's take triangle PTR. So in PTR, if we just focus on triangle PTR, but before we go there is one more relationship. We know that PQ now is greater than QT, but also let's look at what is the relation between PT and QT. So for that, angle PQT is greater than angle TPQ, because PQT is 60 degree, right? And angle TPQ is 40 degree. So from that, then we can conclude that opposite to this angle, the side PT is greater than opposite to this angle, the side QT. Okay. Let us call this as a 2, this as 1. Now, let us focus on this triangle, PTR. Triangle PTR. Just look carefully. This is the side which connects this triangle as well as this triangle. So we will use that characteristic of these two sets of triangles to do the comparison between the sides of this triangle and this triangle. Okay. So now in triangle PTR, if we focus on, then we need to consider this side and this side, because we have to prove TR and QT and PQ descending order, right? So in triangle PTR, what happens? Angle PRT is equal to angle RPT, because PRT is equal to 40 degree and RPT is equal to also 40 degree. So from that, the side opposite to this, which is equal to PT, and that is equal to TR, the side opposite to RPT, right? So now if you compare 2 and 3 from equation 2 and 3, because PT is greater than QT and PT is equal to TR, therefore TR will be greater than QT, because PT is greater than QT and PT is equal to TR. So from 2 and 3, we find that TR is greater than QT. Now if you compare equation 1 and 4, comparing 1 and 4. So from that we get PQ is greater than QT. PQ is greater than QT, and from here we find that TR is greater than QT. Therefore, we need to write it this way, that PQ is greater than TR, right? And TR is greater than QT. Okay. So this is the descending order in which the sides are placed, right? PQ is the largest side, TR is the next largest side, QT is the smallest side. Okay? With this example, you would have clearly understood how we use the concept of equality of angles and corresponding sides and inequality of angles and corresponding sides to solve problems like these. Okay? Thank you very much.